Brook 31 from Logan, Utah. One thing that I think is beautiful that's not something that you can always see is when a person is themselves, when they truly accept who they are and are comfortable in their own skin. People who are 100% like that, I admire them and I strive to be like them, and I think it's very beautiful. Needing validation or the need to feel wanted, I don't know. It's something that I struggle with now, and I always have, and I think it's affected certain relationships or even clouded my judgment in relationships. I am a people pleaser. I want people to like me. I want people to think I'm awesome, and for the most part, I know I'm pretty awesome, but I like the validation, and it kind of messes with my head sometimes when I get in that place where I'm looking outward for the approval or the compliments or whatever. In all rationale, like, I can tell myself, you know you're good enough, blah, blah, blah. But it's just something in my head, I don't know, that I struggle with. And just being single recently for the past couple of months, I can see it starting over. So it's definitely something that I want to figure out so I don't keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. 3 months ago, I had a house and a fiance and 8 dogs and a very stable life. But I was missing this little thing called happiness. I had just been settling for subpar, not necessarily because of the person I was with, but just the way that we were together. And I left. I took my one dog and got a new dog. I've been at my mom's house, and I'm moving out next month. I'm gonna live all by myself for the first time in 31 years, and it's freaking scary. There's no one there to tell me I'm pretty, and I like that. I think I've grown from it because I've realized, even though my life didn't turn out how I thought it would be by the time I was 31, I thought I would have the husband and the house, but also I thought I would have the kids and the happiness and all of that. I don't know, I just feel like I am learning more how to make myself happy instead of other things or people that make me happy. I'm learning to appreciate life as it is instead of life how I thought it should be or thought it would be, and just live in the now. I think that my greatest triumph goes hand in hand with the thing that has sparked the most growth or change, because I was very comfortable for 6 years, just letting things slide, letting things be the way they were, because that's what I wanted. I wanted a house, I wanted a husband, I wanted a family. But I also wasn't being true to myself. I lost a lot of friends who luckily took me back in. But I was just living in a toxic environment. It was toxic on both parts. Both him and I were not treating each other the way we should be treated. It was the scariest thing I've ever done. It's the hardest thing I've ever done, was to walk away from that security. It's what you're supposed to have. You're supposed to have a house. You're supposed to have kids. You're supposed to have a husband. I'm 31 years old. Like, that's what I'm supposed to have. I left it because I wanted to be happy, and I wanted to have my friends back and be in a healthy relationship and treat myself healthy. We were doing things that were not good for ourselves. We were making horrible decisions, and I left that, and I think that it's the hardest thing I've ever done, but also one of the most proudest things. One thing that comes to mind, we were leaving my house with a horse trailer full of all my stuff. My brother, who's one of my best friends, was driving the truck, and he said, "Hey, Brooke, I just want you to know that I'm really proud of you." And a lot of people are really proud of you today. You've been taking care of everybody else for so long that you're finally going to take care of yourself. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to start taking care of myself. So I'm proud of that. So I think a message that the world needs to hear is a message that one of the people I look up to who does great things for this world, Ellen DeGeneres, says at the closing of all her shows, and she says, be kind to one another. It sounds so simple, and if it were, the world wouldn't be what it is. Because people are different. But that doesn't mean that they don't deserve the same respect. You may not have the same views about anything, but there's no reason why you can't be nice. We're all people just trying to live this life, this crazy life in this crazy world. And if we would just help each other out more and be kind and understanding of differences, I think the world would be a better place. That's how I try to live my life, and I know I could do a better job, but I think if everyone tried a little harder, it'd be a little bit better place.